Good morning, Lumberjacks. It's time for this week's episode of the Kanc Connection. Alex, roll the show open.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, evening TV.
No, it's okay. I respect it.
Tell me please, this old world's confusing.
What's the time?
Then a little voice inside you whisper, don't sell your dreams so soon. And everywhere you
What's up, everyone? For those of you who don't know me, I am Adolf Patel. Thank you for joining with us today. Today and every day, we are bringing you the latest news from around Lin-Wood Public Schools and the Lincoln and Woodstock community. First up, we have Mr. Permanau with his January message for the new year.
Hello, Lumberjacks. Mr. Permanau here. Just want to give you a little insight as to some of the things that are coming up this month. It is the end of the semester, so if you are missing work, make sure that you are getting in contact with your teachers and figuring out what you can do to turn this stuff in. It's really important. The other stuff is, you know, people are getting sick a lot easier lately, it seems like, or we're in and out. If you are out of the building for any amount of time, whether it's due to COVID or you're just having to leave for a couple of days because you have vacation, please reach out to your teachers and find out what you can do. That time period at the end of January does not mean that you can just necessarily catch up all at the end. You have to stay on top of these things. I just want to say that it is cold out, so make sure you are dressed warm and appropriately, and sometimes the heat isn't the same in all parts of the building, so be aware of that. I also want people to start thinking about what's going to happen for February, especially the carnival time. So whoever's putting that together, maybe students, it would be nice for you guys to start planning this and thinking about what that may or may not look like. I really suggest maybe doing something for both indoors and outdoors, just in case we can't get out there. We know that we're not going to be able to use the Kanc again this year, so we'll have to do something around the building. I would also like to say that we need to have patience with each other. I noticed lately that I'm getting a lot of people sent to my office, or I'm having to speak to kids about behavior issues. And I think a lot of it has to do with a lack of patience and a lack of understanding. There's a lot of studies out right now that talk about how this pandemic has really kind of affected kids and their lives and the emotions and how they handle their stress. So I'm just going to stress to you, take a breath, patience, and you know, what can you do to lift each other up rather than put each other down, because that's really important. What can you do, again, to pick people up rather than put them down? And with that, I'd like to say, have a wonderful next couple of weeks. Make sure you get your stuff turned in, and go Lumberjacks.
Wild TA's game night has been rescheduled for Friday, January 21st. It will begin from 6:30 to 9 p.m. in the high school. Admissions is free. There will be baked goods, popcorn, cornhole, video games, bubble soccer, and tug of war. Also from Ms. Callan, the Wild group will be starting back up in the next few weeks. You can sign up for Wild on Wednesday from 2:30 to 4:30 p.m. They will even give you a ride home. Ms. Callan sent out a link that you can fill out online. Fill out the form, then go speak with her. You cannot attend the trip if the forms are not filled out. Right before our holiday vacation, former Lin-Wood graduates returned to discuss life after Lin-Wood with this year's seniors. Thank you to Blake, Olivia, Jillian, Jacob, and AJ for sharing some of your college experiences. Check this out.
Everybody has that one thing in common, and that's you meet a lot of people. So don't be like a hermit the first week, because you will regret it.
Yeah, I mean, your roommate's really helpful in that first week too, because you create like a good friendship, and then you guys can like, as a team, kind of go out and meet new people, which is pretty cool. And usually when you're with your roommate, you end up meeting people who are with their roommates and you become good friends. So that's kind of like what happened with me. So because I was really tight with my roommate the first like week, and then we made a bunch of friends, and now it's just like it's worked out good. So I say like definitely like use your roommate to your ability. There's only like 250 people, and there's barely 1,000 kids at the school. And when I was like going through college choices, like trying to figure out what schools best fit me, I was looking for a small.
But my largest class has 32 kids, so it's not anything compared to most freshman intro courses. But it's a really pretty campus. I have a really good relationship with like all of my professors, and I know a lot of the people on campus, which is really helpful, that I still have like that community.
If you didn't get a chance to see Bree Kalau's holiday video with the high school chorus, make sure to head to our YouTube channel and check it out. We would like to remind you that we will not have school this coming Monday because it is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Martin Luther King Jr. was a Baptist minister that wanted to end racial segregation. For his years of hard work, he was awarded the Nobel Prize for Peace in 1964. Sadly, he was assassinated in 1968, which is why we celebrate a day to honor his achievements on the Monday closest to his birthday, January 15th. Students will take part in civil rights discussions along with how Martin Luther King Jr. influenced others during advisories next week. For those of you who love poetry and supporting your peers, it's that time of year again. Yes, Poetry Aloud has been back. The calibration round for classroom second place winners is January 13th. This will be held in the high school gym at 8 a.m. Those who place first in their classroom competitions and wildcard winners from the calibration round will compete on January 19th at 4:30 here in the school gym. Make sure to cheer them on. On Tuesday, January 4th, the Lin-Wood high school boys and girls had games against Colebrook. The boys lost 76-52 and the girls lost 51-53. The games were streamed by NSN. Feel free to go on their site and watch both of their games. Then on Saturday, the boys' had a game against Multiboro. The boys won 54-39. Speaking of the JV game, here's a highlight from the best moment of the game, perhaps of the season, but that's just my opinion.
Try to be best, cause you're only a man, and a man's got to learn to take it. Try to believe, though the going gets rough, that you gotta hang tough to make it. History repeats itself, try and you succeed. Never doubt that you're the one, and you can have your dream. You're the best around, nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best around, and nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best around, nothing's gonna ever keep you down. Fight to the end.
A reminder for students when you are absent for whatever reasons, and we have a lot who are absent right now. Be sure to be checking your Google Classroom and communicate with your teacher as best as you can. Quarter 2 grades close next Friday, January 21st, and we will reach our halfway point of our year. Thank you for joining us on the Kanc Connection, where we bring you the greatest news from around the Lin-Wood community. Make sure to like, subscribe, and even leave a comment, and don't forget to turn on notifications. Have a good rest of your day.
See, I like the way you tell you about a little moment, because it gets